Thank you, Lord, for hearing my cries. Lord, thank you for hearing all of our prayers. Thank you for touching that little baby. Thank you for moving in a mighty, miraculous way in a hospital. Let me tell you what, folks. Get in there and be young and quit breathing. Your attention gets real quick. I tell you immediately, you start thinking, oh, Lord, move. When my boy was born, I'll never forget. Had the cord around his throat. He was blue. About as blue as his shirt. He come out, oh, Lord. That doctor began to shake him. I panicked. I tell you what, I began to pray. I heard that doctor saying, come on. And boy, I tell you what, you talking about a fella about to lose it. I began to pray, and I called on the name of the Lord. Just a couple of minutes, my boy went, man. I said, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. The doctor turned around and the nurse said, Daddy, you okay? We're going to have to work on you. I said, a couple more minutes of that right there, you wouldn't be in. They'd been putting the jumper cables to me. But the Lord answered. And let me tell you what, when they come in there and panic, I could tell when I answered that phone, I knew. Man, there was a sound in her voice. It was, I said, oh, man, there was a fear. And you know, the devil, he'll talk to you, folks. You know, he began to tell me right then that baby ain't going to live. I said, you're a liar. I said, I ain't listening to this. I ain't listening to this. And I went out in the driveway, best place I could. Some folks said, why'd you go to the driveway? Because I wanted to get out where I could look right straight up in the air into the sky, and I could call on the name of the Lord. Some of you think looking at me like I got a horn going out of my head. Well, I'll tell you what. Try it sometime. Get out there in your driveway, in your yard, look straight up there and start calling on the name of the Lord. I did. There was a comforter came. There was a presence came. Oh, man, I tell you, it was something else. And I tell you what, I began to praise the Lord. I began to glorify Him. I tell you, it was unbelievable. That teaching spirit came, and then a spirit of peace He talks about here. Verse 27, He says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. The spirit of peace, the promise that He gave right there, hey, He said, hey, I'll leave this with you, my peace I give unto you. There's nothing like the peace and contentment that comes from knowing Jesus. There's nothing compares to it. Now, you may things may be going good for you. You may have money. Your bills may be paid. You may be doing things, seeing whatever, just enjoying life. May be just a breeze. Things that's been going just wonderful for you. They don't compare to the peace that comes from knowing Jesus. It don't even come close. Don't even come close to that peace that comes. And He says, I give you this not as the world gives you. Because what the world gives you is what? Temporary. Temporary. It's just here for a short time. It's just here for a little while. You know, it's amazing. Last night I was flipping through the channels, and there's this show, this documentary thing comes on called American Greed. Some of you may have seen it. It's on one of the, channels way up on it somewhere. But it always has examples of people, true stories of guys and women and people that have got caught up in money. And they had a fellow there last night that at one time his net worth was way up over several $1 billion. And this guy was consumed, but he was a fraud in the long run. He took people's money, and it finally caught up with him. And all these things began. He was an investor, and he'd steal people. They'll say he robbed Peter to pay Paul. And he did all these things. And you know, they talked about him being a big fan of the opera. And he supported these operas around the world. You know, he would go and They showed this restaurant that he went to in New York City. That was there was a guy laughing and said they put a plaque up on the wall with this guy's name on it because he ate over 400 times one year in this restaurant. And the guy said, this restaurant is nowhere near cheap. It's extremely expensive. And this guy ate over 400 times in this restaurant. But it showed all of these things that he had. He had down on Wall Street, he had a large condominium, like on, I forgot, the 50th floor of some big building. And his mortgage was $50,000 a month. Not the one thing that he needed most. The one thing that he needed most, he didn't have. Jesus Christ. Because he's eternal. He said, I give you peace not as the world would give it to you, but I give it to you. The world gives things and takes it away. Your wealth can be gone, your fame, your glory. You know, in the music industry, it's amazing to me. The other night I was looking on Facebook, and I don't watch the Country Music Awards no more because there's nothing worth watching. I'll just be honest with you. You know, and I'm not preaching on country music. I like country music. I like Merle Haggard and George Jones and Loretta, Tammy, Lefty Frizzell. I like guys like that. I like them old guys that really knew how to sing and really knew how to play. And I like listening to that old stuff. Okay, when I get on YouTube, I click back and I say, now that's when country music was good. But I began to think about this the other night. I was seeing folks putting comments, what has happened to country music? And I didn't even watch it. I didn't even flip on because I know there wasn't nothing for me to watch over there, you know. It's turned into something. I don't know what it is. Whatever. Something. But you know what? You think about all these people and you're just as popular as your latest hit. You know, you listen, you turn on, and I'm not bashing nobody because they have a playlist and all that stuff, but you turn on 104.3 down here, and you listen all day long and see if you can hear Merle Haggard, or George, or Loretta, or somebody like that. You're going to hear whoever's the hot fan of the day, whoever's the fella with, you know, whatever. You know, the guy singing about whatever, something stupid, something silly, mud on the tires, Jesus, and something whatever, I don't know. You know, whatever they do. But all of this fame and all this glory and all this stuff, it just comes and it's gone. You know, you have your time at the top and then all of a sudden you just vanish and they just want, you know, they forget about you. That's the peace and contentment that this world gives. But Jesus says, I give you peace and comfort, not like this world does, but it's different. Now, you think about the peace that's in your heart and in your soul when you lay down at night. You know, I don't worry. There was a time in my life when I lay down and I thought, well, I hope I don't die a little more. Because I didn't know. But there's a peace in my mind, in my soul, in my heart. When I lay down at night, that I know if I never see daylight again, if I never see another day break, that I'll be walking on the streets of gold. That I'll be shouting on the hills of glory. That I'll be singing a new song. That I'll be over there where there is no night, where there is no sorrow, no more pain, no graveyards in heaven, no funeral homes, no sorrow, no hospitals, no heartache, no sorrow, nobody getting old.